Good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. You know who I am by now, and it's another episode of Doug's Ride Order Sports. Something that's getting better and better every day. Now, of course, before we get to the major sports, let's get to hockey. You ain't gonna see no hockey season, folks, alright? They can't get together and figure out a plan. Here's how good of a shot you're gonna see a hockey season. There's a better shot of the war ending this weekend than seeing hockey back, okay? Both of them, slim to none. Okay, that's the point. We're not going to see hockey this year, period. And that makes me sad because I like hockey, but sorry, not going to happen. Alright, Major League Baseball news. R.A. Dickey will now be playing for the Blue Jays. That is right. There is a source that says they have reached a $25 million deal. Let's hope it works for them for their sake. Also, Red Sox may have landed shortstop Drew for the season. It's going to be a one-year deal. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Now, of course, the Lakers also got a... I mean, not the Lakers, that's wrong sport. The Angels also got a little bit of a surprise because they picked up a talented star as well. Now, of course, that means this. Will it work out for them is the question. We shall see. We shall see on that. Now, of course, the Mets did pick up some trades as well, but who cares? The Mets suck. Period on that, my friend. Now, Josh Hamilton, like I said, is now an Angels. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. We will find out this year. But what it will say is this. The Texas Rangers may not be a threat anymore. Let's go to NBA, where tonight we see Linsanity. That is right. Jeremy Lin. I can't even pronounce his name today. I apologize. Jeremy Lin back at where it all started from, Brooklyn, New York tonight. Can the Rockets get the upset win on the road, or will the Knicks continue this impressive homestand they got at 10-0 right now? I got the Knicks winning tonight. Definitely the better team. Also, just for some other picks tonight, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves over the Magic, Clippers over the Pistons, the Grizzlies over the Bulls, Thunder over the Spurs. This is my upset, Kings over the Suns. By the way, if you're watching this later, this is Monday the 17th, just to clarify. Now let's go to the standings of the NBA right now, because I want to talk about that. Because pretty much as far as I'm concerned, I care about the top 8. Now the Lakers have won 2 games, which I can't believe they've done that. They've won 2 in a row. It's a miracle on 34th Street, people. Unfortunately, when 2 of your wins are against the 2 following teams, you have a problem. You beat the Washington Wizards, who are a shot of a doubt the worst team in the NBA. You beat a terrible team. Whoopity-doo-da-day, okay? The Wizards suck. They're 3-18. A high score team could beat the Wizards, folks. That's how bad they are. Then, of course, you did beat the Philadelphia 76ers, which are a decent team at 12-12, so I'll give you that one. And tomorrow you play Charlotte. That's another winnable game, so the schedule's being nice to you. But look who you got after that. Golden State, Knicks, Denver. You want to show me you're for real? You beat those 3 teams. You don't beat them, I have no faith in the Lakers this year if they lose those 3. This is put up or shut up time for the Lakers. Now, of course, like I said, they're not even in the playoffs right now. If the playoffs were to start tomorrow, Utah would be the 8th seed. Okay, now, speaking of that, let's get to these surprising teams still. Knicks are the best team right now at least in the Eastern Conference for the NBA. It's Oklahoma, which is not a surprise whatsoever. Oklahoma City is being a beast right now. The question is, can they keep it up for the rest of the season? Who knows? They have won 10 games so far this year in a row. Very impressive. Right now, however, a team that's fallen from grace, which is sad because last year this team was, I believe, a playoff team. The Orlando Magic. Shows you how far I've been paying attention last year, folks. So yeah, on that. Uh, Knicks, not surprising. Miami's doing good. Atlanta, Chicago, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, all doing well. Indiana's doing well. I don't know how Boston's got 12 wins with the way they've been playing. They look like a debacle. And San Antonio's doing great. Clippers are being the better Los Angeles team. Who'd have thought that would happen? Memphis is proving why they could be a dark horse. Golden State's being a dark horse right now. Even Minnesota's doing pretty well. But my question is this, and this is what keeps back in my mind, and this is in the Western Conference, because I don't really see anything improving in the Eastern Conference when we get near the end of the season. But in the Western Conference, there are 5 spots I'm worried about. I think the top 4 stay the same. Thunder, Spurs, Clippers, and Grizzlies. But it's the Warriors, Wolves, Nuggets, and Jazz that I don't know if they can hold those spots when the season ends. Maybe Dallas and Lakers come back. Who knows? It shall be interesting to watch, though. I can give you that. Now, of course, we go to the NFL, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy in heaven. Before we can even get to what happened yesterday, let's talk about tonight. Jets versus the Titans. A win by the Jets keep playoff hopes alive. Lose, Jets, your playoff dreams are out the window. Now, a lot of people were also upset that Josh was there at the game last night for the Cowboys. You know, I didn't really care. He's not playing. He was there to see his team win. The team is supporting him. And let's remember, he's got to live with something for the rest of his life. It doesn't matter if he gets 5 years or if he gets life. He's got to live with the fact that he killed his best friend and teammate. That is something I wouldn't wish on anybody I hate. I can tell you that now. Speaking of somebody who loves hate, all Uncle Rips fans for booing the Bears at home. You know what? I'm not with Olak on this. I would have booed the Bears too with the way they played Sunday. That was your game to keep hope alive. You blew it. Your chances for the playoffs are now very, very small. And I'll explain. Now, of course, that ain't the only thing as well. There was a fake penalty out there, who cares? A lot of upsets this past week. And I'm probably going to talk about more of this tomorrow as well when I do my picks. But we did see a playoff team come to fruition. 2 of them anyway. And that, of course, is the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. And I'll explain how the Ravens got in. But first, let's go to the NFC Conference and talk about this. Atlanta, congratulations. You clinch your division, whoopity-doo, but you're still not number 1 yet. You have to win. You either have to win the next one and hope San Francisco and Green Bay. Well, Green Bay's 10-4, so you can't catch Atlanta. I mean, Green Bay, you can catch them, but with Atlanta, who they have next, you probably won't. San Francisco, right now you got a berth. If you beat Seattle next week, you get the division. Lose to Seattle next week, opens the division right up again. Now, Atlanta should get an easy win against Detroit this week coming up, and I'll probably know who I'm picking already for that one, so yeah. Go, da-da-da-da. You know who you go. Atlanta on that one. San Francisco, like I said, they got a berth. Green Bay won their division with the win last night over Chicago. Minnesota right now holds the NFC East title, wins tiebreak over Dallas and the Giants based on head-to-head win percentage. And of course, Week 17 could prove to be a difference if the records are still the same for Dallas and Washington. That could be a lot. Seattle right now controls their own destiny. And then the surprise. Minnesota is at number 6. It holds the tiebreak over Dallas based on best win percentage in conference games. Dallas holds the tiebreaker over the G-Men. Just keep that in mind. Vikings also hold the tiebreaker over the Chicago. Used to eliminate Chicago. Minnesota wins tiebreak over Chicago based on best win percentage. Now, of course, Chicago also does hold the tiebreaker over Dallas. But with the way Chicago's been playing, I don't think that's going to matter at this point. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, the NFC East is a 3-man race. But that 6th seed's pretty much a 2-man race right now between Minnesota and Dallas. Because, yeah, Bears, you do have 2 winnable games next. But with the way you've been playing the last few weeks, I am not sold on the fact you can beat Arizona and you can beat Detroit. I'm really worried right now that I don't even know if I'm going to pick you guys tomorrow. And that's me being honest. Dallas is an 8th right now. They control their own destiny with a win over New Orleans. And then week 17, Giants need some help getting in. Now as far as for the AFC, Houston, Denver, New England are already in. Right now Denver holds the 2nd seed thanks to Patriots losing last night, which was a surprise. Now of course a win for Houston this week and a loss by Denver guarantees the Houston Texans the 1st seed in the AFC. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. But Baltimore, they did lose to Denver this past weekend, did get a playoff berth thanks to the Patriots. The Pittsburgh Steelers losing to Dallas in what was, in my opinion, the game of the week. Colts right now control their own destiny as well. A win this week will get you a playoff berth because you will hit 10 wins. By the way, Colts fans, you do get somewhat of a easy match because you play Kansas City. So yeah, you should win that game with ease on the road. So that should be a win, get you to 10 wins, get you in. Cincinnati, you are in control of your own destiny. A win over Pittsburgh this weekend gives you the final spot automatically, depending on what happens with the New York Jets tonight and later this week. A loss, however, opens the door back up for the Jets, but a win for Cincinnati will most likely clinch them the playoff berth, the last one for the AFC, unless Jets win. Now I'm going to be honest, I'm going to do some tweaking here. Now this is just my assumption, it probably could change next week. It probably could change Sunday depending on what happens. I say Atlanta, I know I have initially had Green Bay as being the number 1 seed. Atlanta's probably going to get it. I say Green Bay is going to get the 2nd seed. Niners will get the 3rd seed. 4th seed, the toss-up, I think comes down to week 17. I say Dallas wins it. I say Seattle holds the 5th seed. Then it's the 6th seed. Here's what I believe is going to happen. I think Chicago might lose the next 2. This is just me thinking. Like I said, this could change by this week. I think Chicago's going to lose the next 2. Giants will lose 2. Vikings will lose 2 because they play the Texans and the Packers. And then if the Redskins are 9-7, they can get in. Same with Dallas. If they go 1-1, everybody else ahead of them or behind them goes 0-2. They get in. Skin of their teeth, I should say. And sorry for all these botches. Sue me. At least I can admit when I screw up on like ESPN. So as for the AFC, Houston will probably hold it. Denver probably holds this spot. New England probably holds this spot. 4th, I want to say Baltimore, but I'm not real sure on that one. 5th, I say Colts stay. 6th, I say Cincinnati holds on to it. I don't really see anything changing in the AFC at this point in time. But we need to talk about one more thing before I go in football, and that is this. Who gets the first pick in the draft? At this point, it's pretty much between 2 teams. Jacksonville and Kansas City. If Kansas City keeps holding this dead last spot, which most likely will happen, because here's the thing. Jaguars play New England and Tennessee. Chiefs play the Colts, then Denver. Yeah, Kansas City, you are only going to have those 2 wins, which was against New Orleans and Carolina. So yeah, you're probably going to hold on to that be the worst team this year automatically. So they will probably get the first pick, and Jacksonville will get the 2nd pick this year. Now, of course, like I said, the most surprising thing this week for me, had to be Dallas winning. I think a lot of people had Dallas losing that one, but Cowboys did pull out, so yay. Another upset, as far as I'm concerned, was San Francisco going into England and beating the Patriots. That's kind of a shock, and I'll get more into this tomorrow. But what makes me cry in a way is Detroit. Good Lord, Lions, you got hit by the Madden curse. You lose to Arizona, who the previous week gave up how many points? I think it was 50-some-odd points to Seattle. By the way, Canada, I apologize for you having to sit through the Bills game. I apologize on behalf of America. Alright, and oh, by the way, some team named Duke Blue Devils, I'm kidding, I know who they are, in men's basketball moved up to number 1 in the AP poll. So congratulations to the Duke Blue Devils. Let's see how long they can hold it. Is the question. Alright, that is me for my Wide World of Sports this week. I will see you tomorrow for my NFL Week 16 picks. We're getting down the line. Who can survive is the question. Till then, I'm out. Peace.